Good morning, maker friends. I hope y'all are having a fantastic day today. The weather has cooled off here in Florida. It's officially fall, and y'all, I'm really excited about that for a couple of reasons. Because number one, I get to bring out my pumpkins and all of that yummy fall decor. Also, it's time for pumpkin spice everything. But y'all, it's also my birthday month in October, so that means I've got several reasons to be excited about fall. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Carrie, and I run a YouTube channel called Mama Dares DIY. I've also got a blog, and I'm on all of the other social media sites as Mama Dares DIY. I'm here today because I'm going to share a quick and easy fall craft with y'all that can also double as a Halloween or a fall craft. I think y'all are really going to like this. I can't wait to show you what I've got planned, but first let me show you the stencil we're going to be using. So this stencil is called Ink! Isn't that fun? We've got a happy Halloween with some spiders. I admit I'm a little bit afraid of spiders, but I'm going to push through this craft anyway because this is such a fun and cute stencil. It's not scary like most spiders are. We've also got a cute little haunted house and some spooky and eek. And y'all, look at this raven with that pumpkin. Isn't that a fun stencil? Do you want the chance to win this stencil? All you've got to do is tag a couple of your friends down in those comments below, and somebody is going to win this stencil. So y'all, are you ready to see what I've got planned? Let's hop on the workspace and get started. Okay, y'all, so this is what we're going to be working on today. This is a tote bag that I got from the Maker Studio website. I love the size of this tote bag. Let's look at how deep it is. I mean, that is like a humongous tote bag. You could use this as a trick-or-treat bag for your kiddos. You could use it as a farmer's market bag, and that's what I plan on doing with mine. Taking it to the farmer's market with me when I go, or to the grocery store to pick up a few little things. Y'all, it is such a cute bag. Wait until you see how easy it is to make this into not only a Halloween bag, but it's also going to double as a bag that I can use for fall, and I'm going to show you how easy that is to do. So here's another look at our Eek stencil. I just love this stencil. It's so cute. I've got some just scrap pieces of ribbon here. This is a black and white buffalo plaid. This is some that I picked up from my local Dollar Tree. This one actually came on a cutting board, and y'all, I'm that scrap hoarder that saves everything. And then this is just a little tag that I actually cut on my laser, but a lot of the craft stores have these little tags in all different sizes. So you should be able to find one of these pretty easy. Today I'm going to be using the gel art inks in Lord Have Mercy and Can't Never Could. I just love the names that Amy gives all of her colors because they are so much fun. For my paint palette, I'm going to just be using one of the clear glass plates that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. And I've also got a Maker Studio foam brush, which is absolutely amazing. And then I've got another little smaller foam brush when I get into some of these little smaller details here. So I've got two different sizes. I'm going to be using a little bit of cardstock here to put in between my little layers here so I don't get that on anything. So let's just move a lot of this out of the way and get started. So the first thing we need to do is to open up our stencil and cut it apart. We're going to cut right on the lines here. What are y'all going to be crafting for fall? I'm so ready for all of this gorgeous fall weather. Fall at the beach is honestly more exciting to me than the summertime. A lot of our tourists have gone home. There's a few snowbirds, and it's just so much more quiet. But the weather is still beautiful. Don't forget to let me know, are y'all watching this live or are you catching it on a replay? These are so cute. I love it. So honestly, you can use any color scheme you want for this. I'm just a sucker for black and white, and this vintage orange, kind of a burnt orange color, is so pretty. So this Lord have mercy, is a really pretty orange, but it's a little bit too bright for what I'm wanting it for. So I'm just going to dirty that up with a little bit of my black. I'll go ahead and put my black, or my Caint Never Could, sorry, onto my plate because I'm going to be using that a lot. But I just want to dirty this up a little bit. I want it to match more of this color that I've got going on. And that's one thing you need to remember is don't be afraid to mix those colors. Look at how quickly that changed. And y'all, that's a pretty good dupe for that color, don't you think? That's pretty spot on. So that was just a little dab, but look at the difference. Wow, I'm really digging this color. I'm going to move my tote bag out of the way because I'm a messy crafter, y'all. I'll be getting it all over that. I don't want that. So I'm just going to take my buffalo plaid ribbon. I'm going to go ahead and dovetail my corners. That way I'm not getting my design into that. If you don't know how to dovetail, it's super easy. You just gather your ends and cut up. And you get a nice dovetail. So for this one, I'm going to use the Spooky. I'm going to just stencil the word Spooky right onto this ribbon. And that's stenciling ribbon is probably something that we don't think of when we think of using our stencil. But y'all, with these gel art inks, it makes it so fun to get custom ribbons. I want to get this as close as I can to the end. And the great thing about having these straight lines is it tells me where I need to put my stencil. So we need to make sure that we've got this stencil burnished in. And by that, that just means you're going to rub your stencil until you make sure it's stuck all the way down. Using your stencils on fabric is a little bit different depending on your type of fabric. Your stencil is going to stick better, and if it's a little bit more of a textured finish, you might have a little bit hard of a problem trying to get it to stick. But you just need to make sure that you burnish that in really, really well. Getting a good adhesion on your stencil is going to be key. I'm kind of going for that vintage look, so I'm really not going to stress out if I get a little bit of bleed through because this is a pretty textured ribbon. I'm going to go in with one of our small brushes. You could also use your paintbrush, and I'm just going to use a dabbing motion. If you want it to be a little bit more vintage looking, you can definitely not fill in your stencil as much. Might not have mixed up enough of my orange. Let's hope I did. That's the bad thing when you mix a custom color. You need to mix more than you think you're going to need. Oh yeah, this is going to be good. But when you're working with a textured fabric, using your foam brushes is going to really work better than trying to use one of your scrapers. Or at least that's what works best for me. Okay, now we'll just lift it up. Look how cute that is. And it's just something quick and easy and fun and a little bit unexpected when it comes to something that you can do with your stencils. So you want to make sure you take really good care of your stencils. So you need to go ahead and drop this into your water, and I've got a bucket of water over here to the side. Okay, so now we're just going to lay our custom ribbon to the side so it can dry. Okay, so next I want to move on to my burnt orange ribbon. Look at how good that matches. Let's dovetail these ends as well. And for this one, I'm going to put my Eek stencil. Again, you can use any colored ribbons that you might have laying around. The Dollar Tree has some really great ribbons lately. That's where this one actually came from. This ribbon isn't quite as textured as my Buffalo Plaid ribbon, but I'm still going to use that burnishing technique. And for this one, I'm going to use my Can't Never Could gel art. Don't forget, you do have the chance to win this super cute stencil from a maker studio. All you've got to do is just tag a couple of your friends down in those comments, and one lucky winner is going to be taking this home. What do you see yourself doing with this stencil? I love this sort of vintage or retro vibe that I get from it. I really like using the gel art inks because they don't leave your fabrics really crunchy or crusty how some normal paints do. So they're specifically made for use on your fabrics. Now, if you don't trust yourself getting to the edge, you can always take some painter's tape and just tape off that edge. But I'm kind of going for that vintage old retro look, so honestly, I'm not too worried about it. Look how cute that is. And again, we're going to drop this into our water. Okay, so we've got 2 of our custom ribbons all ready. And I'm just going to lay this to the side. Okay, so the next ribbon that I'm going to be using is going to be this fun ribbon that I saved from a cutting board that I bought. I don't know why I tend to save everything. It's a really bad habit of mine. I'm a crafting hoarder. I admit it. Okay, but look how perfect it is for our little spider little border here. It is really, really cute. So we'll just center this up. And this is really, really, really heavily textured. So I'm not sure exactly what kind of a bond I'm going to get, but we're just going to try our best. It's sort of hard to stencil on burlap sometimes, but we're going for it anyway. What other fun fall decorations are you working on? Look how easy. Look how cute that is. You can see all of the little spiders. It's going to be so cute up against our tag. And again, I'm going to drop this down into my water. Now, you could also wash your stencil out and go further down your ribbon if you wanted your entire ribbon to have your little spiders on it. That would actually be super cute. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to my little tag here. Again, this is a tag that I cut out myself with my laser, but you could also cut this, or you could find one of these at your local craft stores. For this one, I'm going to use my Happy Halloween. I want my stencil to hang off just a little bit. I don't want to see any edge. We're going to do just like we did before. We're going to burnish in. Since I've already got my gel art ink out, I'm going to go in with that, but you could also use your one-step paints for this, or even your chalk art paste. But I'm going to use my big Amy Howard, or my big Maker Studio foam dome brush. This is so quick and so easy. I'm all about quick and easy. Because this is a pretty large area, you could also go in with your scraper here. I really love the new silicone scrapers that Amy has come out with. They are super nice. Make sure you get every piece of that stencil covered. Got one little spot right there. Okay. Look how cute that is. And again, this is going into my bucket of water. Look at our cute little sign. So I'm going to use my blow dryer just so I can help this along and dry a little bit quicker, because I do have something I want to put on the back side. Okay, that looks like it's pretty dry. I'm going to flip my cardstock over just because I don't want to make a mess with it. And y'all, for this other side, I've gone ahead and painted it white with my Ballet One-Step Paint, or Ballet White One-Step Paint from Amy Howard at home. And for this one, I'm just going to use the pumpkin. I'm not going to use the cute little raven here because I want to be able to flip my tag over on the back side. And I want to be able to use this for fall. Isn't that a fun idea? If you wanted to, you could definitely use your raven. It would even be super cute to put your raven down in one of the corners here and still have all of your ribbons on the other side. I think that would be really pretty. But I wanted one that I could get multiple seasons out of. I want to mix up a little bit more of that paint, my custom color. It only took a tiny drop of our black. Might have actually got too much that time. And if I did, I'll just put a little bit more of our Lord have mercy color. So now I'm going to go in with one of my other scrapers. And again, I'm going to leave off this raven. So I'm not going to get any of my Gel Art ink on the raven. I just want it on the pumpkin. If you don't trust yourself, guess what? You can definitely use some painter's tape and just paint over or tape over that so you don't get any paint on it. Isn't this fun? Have you entered yet to win this stencil for yourself? If you're just now joining us, it's super easy to win this stencil. All you've got to do is to tag a couple of your friends down in the comments, and one lucky winner is going to win this stencil from A Maker's Studio. Look how cute that is. So now we can flip it over for a fall look on our tote bag, or we've got our Happy Halloween look on the other side. And again, I'm going to drop this stencil down into my water so that I take really good care of it. Now, after I get all of my stencils washed off, I will turn them with the sticky side up so that they can dry, and once they're totally dry, I'll just put it back onto our backer board here. And y'all, we can reuse these stencils over and over and over again. Isn't that fun? So I'm going to drop this down into my water, and then we're going to come back. I'm going to hit this pumpkin with my blow dryer so I can flip it over and I don't get that onto my tote bag. And y'all, we can start putting our tote bag together. Okay, so I'm going to move all of my brushes and all of my stencils and stuff out of the way so we can put all of this together and see what our cute little tote bag looks like. Okay, and honestly, after today's live, I'm probably going to go and add more of that spider artwork here, that spider stencil onto this, because I think that actually turned out super cute. I might not have moved it up high enough for you to see what it's going to look like, but you're at least going to get the idea. So I'll just tie this on, and if you wanted to, you could always secure this with a little bit of hot glue onto the back. But look how cute. So we're going to be able to use this on either our pumpkin side for fall or on our Halloween side. I admit, I'm a sucker for cute tote bags, especially going to the grocery store. So next I'll add in my buffalo plaid. I actually want it to go over to this side. Ooh, I forgot to dovetail that other end. Let me do that real quick. Isn't that cute? So let me have it. What are you going to make with this cute Eek stencil? I would love to know what you're going to do with it. I honestly cannot wait to go to the grocery store so I can take my new bag. Isn't that adorable? And don't forget, it is going to be double-sided. So you can just replace this ribbon, or you can actually tie up the spooky part onto the top, and you can reverse this. And you can also just replace this ribbon with another plain one. And look at our back of the pumpkin. Isn't that cute? Let me know what y'all think about our cute little quick and easy fall and Halloween tote bag. I would love to know what your thoughts are. I absolutely love how this turned out. I love the vintage vibe that I get, and I love all of the different textures and the different colors that we've got going on with all of our different ribbons. What do you think about our project? I would love to know down in the comments below. And don't forget, you've got the chance to win this cute stencil for your very own. All you've got to do is drop a couple of your friends' comments, or a couple of your friends' names rather, down in those comments below, and somebody is going to win this adorable stencil set. Okay, y'all, here's a closer look at our tote bag. Isn't it adorable? I think it turned out so stinking cute. And look at how good I got that orange to match the orange in our other ribbon. I think this is so adorable. Now, something else that would be super cute to make with your tags is on a wreath. So you could actually get a couple of these tags and put these on a wreath. And I think that would be another great project to do with the Happy Halloween and also the haunted house. We didn't use the haunted house today, but that's something I definitely want to go back and do for a future project. So that's all I've got time for today, y'all. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thanks so much, Amy, for allowing me to come on and show this quick and easy fall craft. I hope y'all enjoyed it as much as I did. Until next time, happy DIYing, y'all.